I'm the founder of Cybersecurity Labs, and I think IG is a place for inspiring and being inspired. There are many important topics in crypto and blockchain. A lot of people are working on this at the same time, on this problem at the same time. And yeah, we need more like communication and inspire with each other, and maybe something will happen, you know. And it's a place, very good place, because this 3 weeks long or even longer, and it leaves more space for us to can talk something in deep instead of just say hi.
Mentors are so supportive. Yeah, when some guys have some troubles in their project, or maybe some ZK related projects are so complex sometimes, and mentors are so supporting. And when you have some issue in your project, you share with them and they start to research about your issue to solve it immediately, and they are so supportive. Yes.
Many people ask us why we are doing Invisible Garden. It's non-profitable and it's also hard to raise sponsorship. And a lot of hard work behind this. They the center of the dream for empowering the Ethereum builders, for empowering the Ethereum developers.
I've been focused on emerging tech since 2024, and I knew that coming to Invisible Garden, since it is builders residency that is completely focused on emerging tech, that's why I was like really excited to join. They were not kidding on saying that they would bring top world mentors, because I know some of them, and yeah, it has been incredible. I mean, it really proves how much they know, like in general.
We had the idea about the Invisible Garden, like a group of people, mentors that we like to go to hacker houses and work and teaching people, and because it gives us satisfaction really to see that we can help people that are starting getting into the Ethereum ecosystem. But we went to a few hacker houses and we saw like it was kind of not taken serious. Like many people, it was like a crypto holidays paid by sponsors. Most people were just hanging out and not kind of paying attention, and that kind of also demotivated the mentors to do this that we were doing, basically volunteering for free. So I think that came the idea of trying to make a dev-focused pop-up city or developers residency that is like try to select builders that are really interested, that motivates mentors and that brings better mentors, and kind of like Invisible Garden is now becoming this self-fulfilling cycle of good builders and good mentors that are kind of feeding each other and making it grow each other.
I came here because of the ZK, and and here we have like a great mentor here to leading us to explore in ZK whenever it's in the application level, or we can really dive into the kind of like a mathematical level, the stereo level. Yeah, and yeah, of course, like you can get to know all the frontier trend of ZK here. Yeah, and whenever you have a problem, whenever you have questions, you can reach out to the mentor here, and they always help.
I think what stood out for me in the program is the amount of talent that is gathered here. I think both the mentors and the participants are like top tier specialists in different topics. I think that it humbles me to know that I'm not understanding that level of like preciseness, and I think in a lot of ways gives you like a good map of all the different specializations. I think you have like the CK people and the AI people and the privacy people, and maybe they understand each other in some way, but they also need to make bridges between topics.
Invisible Garden is the first Web3 hackathon that I've been to. I've been to hackathons before, but more in the data science and machine learning community. But I think like the vibe is similar, but this one is more intense because it's 3 weeks. So I've never been into a hackathon that was so long. So I guess it's much more intense for the builders. At the same time, more relaxed because you have more time to develop.
Initially, when like Leo is telling me like, no, this idea of the Invisible College and a community of like, you know, scholars, but also under the logic of the Infinite Garden. But it's also like, having been in the Ethereum space for quite a while, this non-marketing, no like business development kind of first, but like deeply rooted in academia spaces. I honestly had barely seen, I mean, there's like tons of academics connected to Web3 and Ethereum and whatnot, but that this perspective of having kind of like a college was quite new to me, and it was refreshing. I participated in all these pop-up city Susalu type experiments in Montenegro. I've been in quite a few of them. And when I saw like my friend had written out this kind of like challenge proposal out there for Chiang Mai last year, which was quite a big event of different pop-ups and DevCon happening in Bangkok. And I was like, all right, I'll help out. And I got onboarded by chance the day I arrived in Chiang Mai. Leo invited me for a beer, and it was a team meeting. And he introduced me to the team, kind of as part of the team. And I was like, what? Like, he's gonna be helping us. I'm like, yes, but what?
So last year in Chiang and this year in Buenos Aires, we gathered more than 40 top mentors and 50 to 100 advanced developers together who are living, co-learning, and co-building together. And last year in Chiang we have achieved more than 38 open source public use projects, and in just 6 weeks. And this year, in just 3 weeks, in 3 weeks, we have our builders have created already 7 projects, all are open source or public goods in just 3 weeks. So Invisible Garden is a lifetime college for the Ethereum developers to co-learn, co-living, co-building together.
Well, this experience have more than like given us our expectations. We did not expected that we will have guidance from very experts and people who have the academic background. We have guidance from people who are building applications in the real world industry, not only in Web3 space. So the idea that I learned here is that you give a project some time more than a hackathon, and you have continuous guidance to finally what you can actually do in existing real world, which is very certified. You consume certified goods and services via certified websites and devices, and we are focused on how do we contribute to make a privacy focused landscape that we use products and services. So with all these modern concepts of cryptography, zero knowledge proofs, AI and Ethereum, we hope to deliver features that masses can use. So this has been very good to give the project more time with guidance from the experts.
Yes, like in 5 years it's difficult to think so far ahead in the way the world changes and how everything is transforming. Really, what we want to do next, we want to experiment more with kind of highly specialized, difficult to acquire skills. We want to experiment with permanent hubs, and we want to experiment with new ways of funding public goods. I think that are kind of like the 3 areas of focus that we are thinking, at least for the next year. I don't know for 5 years, but at least for the next year. Yeah, I don't like to plan so much ahead. I think you need to develop the tools, the skills to decide now what you can do now, and that's like step by step you build the best path towards the goal in 5-10 years.
If there is another version of Invisible Garden, I will definitely join.
If there is another edition in IG, I will definitely join, because these 2 experiences really impressive and actually affect myself a lot. So I can't wait for the next time we can join together and building together. Yeah.
I like to be on the next Invisible Garden next year, yeah, and I'll invite more friends to be with me in that experience. And it was a great opportunity to me to have my new moments in my journey in Web3 and blockchain. It was very inspiring and meaningful. Also, I learned new things about the technology itself, and these are very great for me. Thank you.
If there is another edition of the Invisible Garden, I will definitely join. I mean, I joined the first kind of by happenstance, by this kind of kismet, it felt like it had to happen. And similarly, like that, I felt the call of Leo very close to that kind of happening, hey. So in this case, it will be more instead of waiting for that last moment, just jumping in right now into shaping the next reality of the next iteration of Invisible Garden.